October 2nd, and the question still bears in my mind. How long can one human being possibly be expected to withstand the harmful feelings of shock, depression, and neglect from society, and still keep their sanity? It has been 6 months now that I've been treating Mr. Donner, attempting to treat Mr. Donner, a man who has, to say the least, lived a life of constant misery. I still do have the pleasure of recalling our first meeting together, where I was actually impressed by Mr. Donner by just him realizing himself that he needed psychiatric assistance, especially after he told me his story. He admitted to me then the same as what he admits now, that the event of his wife's miscarriage, and especially of his wife's death 5 years after he'd gotten home from Vietnam, haunts him more than any war could ever haunt anybody. I was dumbfounded at the time to find him having any sense of rationality left, but even that has worn down considerably. But it is what has been happening previously in Mr. Donner's life that has almost pulled the trigger on the gun that is just waiting to go off.
So, how are things now, Richard?
I told you I was fired last week.
I mean, has anything else happened since then?
I've been looking for work. That's about it. I've been looking for work. It's really done a disservice by then.
By where you used to work?
Yes, that's what I mean. How could he do that to me? I mean, I worked there only 3 months. I didn't have a chance to do anything wrong.
So, to say the least, you feel cheated?
Do I feel cheated? Hell yes. How would you feel? You work for a place 3 months. Just 3 months. You've done your job. Then all of a sudden, out of the blue, they just can you because of some bullcrap excuse that the company's overstaffed.
Do you feel that was the reason why you were laid off?
I didn't buy it then, and I don't buy it now.
What do you think is the real reason?
Oh, the same reason that every job I applied for, I was overqualified for, because they look at my records, and they see that I was disabled in the war, and they automatically assume that it will affect my work. 20 years later, it's going to affect my work. And, I have all those qualifications on my resume. I mean, doesn't that count for something? And it doesn't. They don't want to hear it. All they have to see is the injury, and it's all they have to know. It's them that's going to do it to the doctor.
October 12th. He has expressed many different types of emotions in our many sessions together, but as they go on, they appear to have grown more and more negative. I find him now constantly worrying, almost scared of making another move on his own, something he's been doing all of his life. And as his problems continue to build, both personal and career-oriented, as do his haunting images of having a lifelong wife and son, I find it almost impossible to find a lighter side to his very dark lifestyle.
I really don't know how much more I can take. Things they just keep happening. Bad things, they don't stop.
What kind of things?
I'm on the brink of being evicted from my apartment, and I still haven't found a job. Jesus Christ! I break a leg and that's the rule of my whole life.
October 25th. He has almost become a prisoner of his own home now. He has taken a look at his life from an angle that seems to bear no hope, which brings me to the conclusion that Mr. Donner is a victim of his own life. A victim similar to that of a murder victim. What has happened to that murder victim has happened, and unfortunately for that victim there is no coming back, or changing what has already happened.
Hello?
Hello. You must be...
Richard Donner.
Okay, please have a seat.
Oh, thank you.
I'm sorry about the heat in here. We've been having trouble with the air conditioning.
Oh, no, really, I'm fine.
Okay, that's good. Good, because it's really been hot outside.
I'm fine.
Can you just wait a minute? I haven't been able to find your resume. What's your name again?
Donner, Richard Donner. I hope you've been able to find some time to observe it a little bit.
Yes, I have. And here it is. Okay. Oh, let me say, I'm very impressed with your credentials.
Thank you.
But, I'm afraid that...
Oh, no. Don't. Please don't hand me this.
Mr. Donner, I'm afraid that your qualifications are just too great for this position.
Why? Huh? Why won't you hire me?
Mr. Donner, I just told you you're overqualified.
That's not the reason.
I'm sorry if you don't believe me, but...
That's not the reason.
Mr. Donner, let me say again, I'm really sorry, but this company cannot hire someone overqualified.
What's the real reason? I have got enough qualifications on that resume to blow this whole company out of the water. Now what the hell else do you need?
I'm not denying your qualifications. It's just that we can't use you right now.
That is the biggest crock of crap I ever heard. Who do you think you're talking to, some dumb street kid? You guys are all in this together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You didn't even look at my resume. You just went straight for my records. You guys don't care about how hard a worker somebody is, as long as they went to college instead of risking their lives for their country.
That's not true at all.
Oh, it isn't? All right, then here I am. I need the job. I have the qualifications, so I guess you can use it.
We just can't use someone for the executive position.
I got an eviction notice in the mail the other day because I've been out of work for so long. I have been job hunting for the past 2 months, and I have been overqualified for every job I have applied for. Now I am up to my break, Mr. Kiley. I have had it up to here with you people who are afraid to hire me just because I happen to have broken a leg. No, I am not asking you anymore, Kiley. I am telling you, give me a position here.
This is absolutely outrageous.
Don't you do that! Don't you do that! Put the phone down. I said put the phone down! Now, you want a reason to be afraid of me? There you go.
Plastic.
Dad, Mom's been waiting for you all day to get home. She made your favorite, lasagna.
Mr. Donner, I'm sorry to be the burden of some very bad news, but we couldn't save your wife.
You are overqualified, Mr. Donner.
Dad, Mom made lasagna.
We couldn't save your wife, Mr. Donner.
You are overqualified, Mr. Donner.
Dad, Mom made
We couldn't
lasagna.
save your wife, Mr.
You
Donner.
are overqualified, Mr. Donner.
Dad, Mom made
We couldn't
lasagna.
save your wife, Mr. Donner.
You are overqualified.
Stop!
November 14th. I haven't seen Mr. Donner now for 2 weeks. I know he is all right due to a recent conversation I had with him over the phone. It is good to see him at least still determined to find employment, but his stability is growing worse and worse as the days go by, to a point where I found the only thing in my power to do is exactly what he is doing. Just wait. Until...
Dad, Mom made
We couldn't
lasagna.
save your wife, Mr.
You
Donner.
are overqualified, Mr. Donner.
Hi, you have reached the offices of Dr. William Blake. I'm not in right now, but if you leave a message at the tone, I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Dr. Blake, I am calling to announce my departure from this world that obviously doesn't want me in it anymore. I'm insane, Doctor. I can't hang in anymore. I can't. But thanks for trying anyway. I cannot do it!
November 27th. Out of deep concern for my patient's well-being, I killed Richard Donner.
Mr. Donner, this is Charles Roswell from Telecommune.
You came in for an interview about a week ago, and I realize we weren't very specific in our company's situation at the time, but, well, the bottom line is the job is yours, and I sincerely hope you will accept our offer. We feel that you'll be a fine addition to our company. My office number is 676-1233. Please call me so that we can set up arrangements when you can come in and start.
No!